January 8th, 2025, and we are renaming the Gulf of Mexico. What an exciting time to be alive. I never thought that I would live through an era where we rename a body of water. I mean, that's kind of impressive. And honestly, I live 15 minutes from this specific body of water. I'm kind of excited to go take a dip in the new American pond, Lake America, as we're going to call it. We're going to change it to the Gulf of America, which I think, I'm not bothered by this at all. I don't even particularly care. It's just going to mean a lot of like books have to get updated, really. But, whatever. Paper's free basically these days, so just do that. I think what it's really doing overall is we should really look at this as maybe it's time we consider some other name changes. I don't know. I'm not saying they're good or bad, just have some other ones. So, New Mexico, if we're getting rid of the body of water, then what about New Mexico? We should call it Better Mexico. I think that was good. Or we can just call New Mexico, I don't know, like Longhorn Steakhouse or something like that. Just give it a different name. If we're doing this stuff, we could call it McDonald's, right? Or Burger King. Just give it a more American name. Call it Ozempic. Like New Mexico for now on is actually called Ozempic. And that would make me happy if we did that. Or just butter. What if we called New Butter is what we'll actually call it. Or West Florida, maybe. West Florida would be a great name for New Mexico. I think some other names out there that could actually use a change too, or probably just follow suit with this. Like, I don't necessarily want this, but hey, if we're talking, let's talk, right? Senor Frogs, which is in Mexico, but still, we'll be referring to that as Mr. Frogs for now on. Chipotle will now be known as Spicy Pepper. Amazon, we'll just call it the Mall now, since, yeah, you get it. Mars is Earth 2. Indian Ocean, we're going to rename to the Native American Ocean, because obviously that's right. We could actually name, if you're a baseball fan, the Guardian Ocean, but hang tight on that one. And French fries are actually, this is probably maybe the most realistic one. French fries should be called Idaho Sticks. It's like potato capital of the world, Idaho. So why don't we give them a little love? Idaho's a weird place. Like, I don't even know how you get there. I think you could fly there, but it does feel like a place where a lot of people will be like, how do you get there? Be like, I don't know. Which direction is it that way? No one really knows what's going on there except the potatoes. So maybe that. What else we got here? You might have seen that Florida has banned a specific adult entertainment website. I'm not going to say the name. You should probably know it. It rhymes with corn, and the second word is like Hubble telescope. Corn, Hubble telescope. That should help you figure it out. It's a weird time in Florida. I'm telling you, I'm surprised Florida man incidents aren't reported as up. You got to think these people who rely on this, like, got to be, freaking out a little bit. This is their spot. If you walk outside, though, it's interesting. You will see grown men just like looking at trees. Like, they've come out of like bears in hibernation, coming out of caves. Like, people are picking up hobbies and stuff. Like, bocce ball is getting really popular. It's like the new pickleball. Like, a lot of wives are complaining that their husbands are just around too much now, right? And that's got to be weird for a lady to be like, how come I'm seeing you more? Like, what were you doing before this, all of a sudden, like all this tension you're giving me? So stay on the lookout for that. I feel like this, I don't know if this is going to be good for society or if eventually this is going to lead to rage. And Florida, the last thing we need is more rage. It feels like we are setting these animals up who can't control themselves for potential rage fests. And we'll see. I hope not, though, because I don't want that. Let's see what else we have going on here. It's been a long day. I worked out. I did an improv class. I did an open mic, and I did a show. Boy's fucking killing it, dog. I haven't even started giving up on my New Year's resolutions yet. How about that? I haven't given up on my New Year's resolutions yet, and it's January 7th, and I'm proud of that. I need to be better because I should not be proud for not giving up after 7 days. So that's my resolution for next year, is like, don't be proud in the first 7 days of not giving up your resolution. Have a little bit of self-respect as well. Ultimately what I'm trying to say here. What else is happening here? We had I guess the Canadian Prime Minister resigned. Like, why do these other places have these titles and names for people? Like the Prime Minister. Who is this guy? Why does he have this title? Why is his name just not boss? You know, like guy in charge. Like it just got to be some old royal shit. I don't know if he like is actually in charge or if he's just like a figurehead or something. But whatever he does, I think we need to create a role in the government for Snoop Dogg and call him like the prime minister or something because he's on everything. Either Snoop Dogg or Shaquille O'Neal should be some sort of government level ambassador for the United States to other countries. I mean, look, I mean, just quick Google search either one of these guys. I mean, they're on everything. Shaq's got a line of reclining desk chairs. You know, like it's you can't be either one of those guys and not be branded on something at the moment. So for that sake, it's like you're so likable to us. Just hey, send these guys overseas and stuff. Like have them negotiate some deals and we could call them the I don't know the dudes. I don't know like the dude ministers. I don't know the American gladiators. Something stupid. I don't know. I have no freaking clue what I'm talking about. I'm delirious. Let's try to end this on a funny note. I did think if we decide to buy Canada, apparently that's on the table too. We're changing names. We're buying places. It feels like we just graduated college. We got a little bit of money to spend, getting rid of our nicknames. We're kind of becoming adults. Like I'm gonna buy, a little 1-bedroom trailer, an investment property. I feel like Canada is kind of like our 1-bedroom. Canada is like our first investment property. It feels like out of college right now. And here's a name change for Canada. If we do pull this off, Canadian bacon will now just be known as ham. That's how we'll end today. Have a great day. January 7th, 2025. We'll see you in the next day or so. Good night, everybody.